Good afternoon from Contira, Maryland. It is a MAPHL duel between the DeMatha Stags and your Mount St. Joe's Gails. I'm your lead broadcaster, Vive Glazer, bring you this cross-state battle. DeMatha is on a 2-game win streak in the league, while the Gails are on a 2-game loss streak in the league. Mount St. Joe's coming off of a devastating 3-2 loss against Spalding, where penalties killed the Gails. That will definitely be the story of today. If the Gails can stay out of the box and capitalize on the advantage, it will be and will be able to prevail in this one. Captain Jake Borman scored in the last game, making up for his penalty, which led to one of the Cavaliers' 3 goals. Coach Mike Marley has decided to mix up the lines for today's game, putting sophomore Luke Fellin in the first line and junior Jackson Powell in the third line. Nate Carr gets another start for the Gaels, hoping he can capture a huge MAPHL win here today. Carr coming off of a 45-48 saves game, gave up 3 on 48 shots, and the Gaels took 3 penalties last game, one leading to the first goal of the game. On the other end, DeMatha is averaging around 2 goals against per game with 2.8 goals per game, scoring-wise. DeMatha averages about 6 penalty minutes a game, same for your Gaels. And DeMatha only has 1 power play goal this season. On the other end, Mount St. Joe's is averaging 3 goals against average with a 1.5 goals per game and 6 penalty minutes per game. DeMatha coming off of a 4-0 shutout win for goaltender Jack Johnson against St. Paul, the 4th Catholic High School. It was a 4-0 win where Jack Johnson secured a shutout. And then they lost to Spalding 3-1, and they also tied with St. John's. Mount St. Joe's coming off their 3-2 loss against Spalding and a 3-1 loss against St. John's. The top goal scorer for DeMatha is S.J. Crowley with 3, and then Jeff Wilson from Mount St. Joe's. Assists, Kellen DePola with 3, Connor Shahady with 1. Points, Kellen DePola has 4 on the year, Jake Borman has 2 on the year, and penalty minutes, Jack Guy has 4. Jeff Wilson leads the Gaels with 2. The lines for your Mount St. Joe's Gaels: Ty Byrne, Connor Shahady, and Luke Fellin on the 1 line, with Jackson Krieger, Ryan Curry, Cole Zorin on the 2. Jeff Wilson, Jackson Powell, Liam Dietz on the 3, Carter Schultfies, Eric Bieda, and Stephen Delaney on the 4. For defensemen, you have Captain Jake Borman with Graham Mumford, Jackson Camden by himself, and Mason Torbert and Chase Sanchez. And in between the pipes, Nathan Carr gets another start. For DeMatha, it's going to be Charlie Dosberg, and then Charlie Dormant. James Mullins is your 1 line. Mason Shodzinski, Ethan Rock, and Andrew Kushner is the 2 line. Mikey Griffs, S.J. Crowley, and Andrew Smith is the 3. On defense, Kellen DePola, Robert Johansson, Jack Kelly, Jack Guy, Jackson Scare, Sasha Pietzko, Connor Stesney, and Will Doherty. In between the pipes for them, Jack Johansson, coming off a 13 out of 13 shots shutout with a 2.01 goals against average and a .944 save percentage. He is the key factor to this one. Another goaltender's duel upcoming from Contira, Maryland. Who will get the better of the 2? The first period of play coming up right now. It's time from Contira, Maryland. Johnson, Carr. From center ice to get the day started and for the first time today, it's the Stags and the Gails. The first period of play begins right now from center ice. It will be Shahady to take the faceoff against Dormant. Shahady Dormant at approximately 4:09 p.m. from Contira, Maryland. For the first time tonight, we are live. Puck is dropped and a face-off win for the Stags, taken right back by the Gails. It was Borman clearing into the neutral zone. Now here comes a 2-on-1, breaking through, fires, saved by Johnson. It was Shahady on a great start from the left side of Johnson. From the left side of Johnson, on the face-off is Shahady. Face-off lost by Shahady. It will be DeMatha. On the boards, kept in. It's Wilson. Slowing it down now, Felon behind the net. Felon out keeping it there. Shahady grabs it from the right side. A stick goes flying for a DeMatha player. Now cleared in the neutral zone. Here comes the Stags. Cutting through. Great poke check by Mount St. Joe's. Back in the neutral zone. It's going to be the Stags clearing all the way down and in for the right side. That was going to be Jake Borman giving it right back to the Stags. And now the Stags looking out in front, and the puck's taken away and cleared out of the zone. Icing's called off. Felon racing to get there. He will. Felon for the right side. Can't seem to grab it, as now the Stags trying to set something up Curry's line, as the lines did change for Mount St. Joe's. Into the neutral zone. It's going to be Cole Zorin chasing. Now Curry on the puck, up top to the right side. Nice hit off the puck. Now taken away by St. Joe's. On the boards. Curry can't either grab it. A 2-on-1 out in front. Nice save by Nathan Carr. Krieger with the turnover. .13:35 remains in this first period of play from the left side of Nathan Carr. All tied at 0. Curry on the face-off from the left of Carr. One by Mount St. Joe's. Back comes Krieger. Out for Zorin. Zorin looks long, can't find a stick. Icing's called. After the icing, now coming up from the left side of Carr again. All tied at 0. DeMatha versus Mount St. Joe's. From the left side of Carr, Curry on the faceoff. Puck is dropped, one by DeMatha, and they keep it in. From the left, looking for the slot, not able to do anything with it. Here comes St. Joe's. They can't get it out of the zone. Now they can. Out for Curry in the neutral zone from the left side. On the boards, throws it on. That's saved by Johnson. Puck is loose, and he holds on to it. Coming up from the right, lines changing for St. Joe's. On the defense, it is Mason Torbett and Jackson Camden. From the right side, it will be Jackson Powell, the junior. From the right of Johnson. Lost by Mount St. Joe's. Puck is on the boards, kept in by Mount St. Joe's. Given right back to DeMatha. DeMatha gets it out of the zone. A one-touch. Slowing it down, that will be Liam Dietz. Dietz clears it down and in. Playing it is Wilson. Wilson on the boards, gets chanced and annihilated as DeMatha now grabs it themselves into the neutral zone. It's their one line still. Cleared down and in. Humongous hit into the bench. As now the puck's into the Mount St. Joe zone. From the right, fires. Pad saved by Carr. Kicks off to the left. Now it's going to be Torbett taking it into the neutral zone. And he is tripped. No penalty called. DeMatha's puck again. Kick back to the left. Back to the right side of Johnson. Kept in to their own offensive zone. It's the Stags. Wilson contests, given away on the boards to the right, in the slot, fires, save, puck is loose, a net scramble. And in front, an opportunity for Connor Shahady. 12:06 remains in this first period of play. As Mount St. Joe's comes out swinging from the right side of Johnson and Shahady. Off the face-off, won by Mount St. Joe's. They clear right down and in. That's going to be slowed down by Phelan. Phelan behind the net, out in front for Shahady, off the post. Phelan keeps, looks for a cross, no one there. As now it will be cleared into the neutral zone. St. Joe's takes possession. It's the captain, Jake Borman, leading in points. Cleared on the boards, Ryan Curry to chase. Now contesting for it. Shahady goes to grab behind the net. Taken away by Phelan. Phelan is hit onto the boards as they keep it in. Borman fires it on net, kicks off to the right side. DeMatha gives it right back to St. Joe's. As now Ty Byrne clears it down and in. Phelan goes to chase. DeMatha setting it up slowly. Kicks off to the right side. DeMatha clears it down and in. Now behind the net, that is still behind the net. DeMatha keeping it into Mount St. Joe's zone with 11 minutes remaining in the first period. Clear back. Here comes an opportunity. It's going to be Jackson Camden from the right. Offsides is called with 10:53 remaining in the first period, all tied at 0. From the right neutral zone. Face-off is won by St. Joe's. And down and in. DeMatha slows it down, gives it away. DeMatha keeps it in. Cleared down and in. And slowed down. A huge hit on the boards. It's St. Joe's opportunity for Curry. It can't seem to land. It was actually Powell, not Curry. From the right, here comes DeMatha. Icing's waved off. Racing it is Torbett. Torbett clears it on the boards and out of the zone. In the neutral zone, DeMatha takes it right back and in. From the right side of Carr, fired on net, nice save. Net scramble, rebounder can't seem to bury. That's a nice hit by Camden, forcing a turnover to Mount St. Joe's puck. It's going to be Curry. Clearing it down and in. Behind Johnson's net with 9:55 remaining in the first. It's cleared into the neutral zone. Here comes DeMatha, fired on net, goes wide as Carr tried to glove it. Now still behind Carr's net in the Mount St. Joe's offensive zone. Well, defensive zone actually. St. Joe's to grab the puck, nice move, and they can't get it out. As the DeMatha fans wanted to hook. Here comes St. Joe's. From the right, it's going to be Curry. Trying to find a man, not able to. Now on the left side of the neutral zone, not able to land. Mullins. James Mullins from the right gives it away to Borman. Cleared on the boards. As it's cleared back in. Jeff Wilson tried the block, not able to. Behind the net of Carr. Trying to find someone out in front. Blocked in front. It was Jeff Wilson on the block. Contesting behind the net, it's Curry. Out now. Slowing it down. Huge on the board, Curry. Back now. Here comes St. Joe's. A race for the puck. He will get there. Fires! Saved by Johnson. Jackson Krieger was on the ice during this. from the right side. It will be Shahady on the faceoff from the right of Johnson. Shahady to take the draw. And a new face-off taker for DeMatha. Face-off won by Shahady. Cleared down and in. Forechecking it. Connor Shahady gives it away on the boards. Out of the zone. And now into the neutral zone. St. Joe's to play it. It's Camden. Camden gives it off. It looks like Mumford. Back for Felon. Felon, the sophomore, from the right. Clears it down and in. Almost an opportunity for St. Joe's in front. They do! It's Camden! Oh, Shahady got robbed in front. A nice glove save by Johnson. From the right side, Shahady to take it again. Face off one. Now back behind Johnson's net. In the neutral zone, it will be DeMatha. Gives it right back. It's going to be St. Joe's, but DeMatha grabs possession again. It will be the line of Ty Byrne, and the one line of Felon and Shahady on. Onto the net of Johnson. Puck is cleared down into the neutral zone for DeMatha again as they regroup. From the right side into the offensive zone. Out in front, an opportunity saved by Carr. As player's stick comes down, another shot that's blocked and intercepted in front. From the right side, a race forward. Here comes St. Joe's. Slowing it down, Felon. Up on the boards, Jeff Wilson. Wilson, right wing circle. Down low, misses. Borman on the boards, clears it back behind the net of Johnson again. It gets blocked. Felon. Now Dietz. And a nice hit by Wilson. Wilson, Dietz contests. Back into the neutral zone. 7:07 remains in the first period, all tied at 0. Humongous hit laid out on Dietz as puck's taken in. Almost a chance for Jeff Wilson, who lays a hit on the left boards. Now the puck's almost given away to Cole Zorin, but DeMatha keeps. With 6:40 remaining in the first period of play. As a penalty upcoming on, no, it would have been off actually, not a penalty. Icing's waved off. Cole Zorin contests. Kicked off to the left side. Curry tries the grab, not able to. Puck's cleared in the neutral zone. Jackson Krieger on as DeMatha comes walking in. Taken away by St. Joe's as the puck's cleared down the boards. And in the neutral zone, Ryan Curry can't seem to keep as it's going to be Cole Zorin passing it into the DeMatha zone. Now Curry almost forces a turnover. Would have been a huge opportunity for St. Joe's. Now here comes the numbers for DeMatha. A 4-on-3. Fires and scores! On a shot that most likely should have been saved. It goes blocker side of Carr with 6:05 remaining in the first period. From center ice, it will be Curry, Zorin, and Krieger on. Nothing you can do about it. St. Joe's did come back down 1-0 and then 2-1 last game, as it's fired right onto the net of Johnson and saved. Curry with his line of Krieger and Zorin. Into the neutral zone, DeMatha starting to fire again from the left side. Slowing it down, kicked back behind the net of Carr. DeMatha gains possession still. Contestation on the boards as it's thrown onto the net. Taken away by Mumford. Mumford back behind his own net again. It's Camden. Camden goes out for Zorin. Zorin a one-touch, not out of the zone. Now it's out of the zone. Contestation. It's going to be a break. Almost had him. It was Krieger in stride, but the pass goes a little bit wide. Would have been an outstanding chance for Jackson Krieger to maybe tie this one, but an icing is called instead from the right side. From the right of Carr. Face off won by DeMatha. They keep it down and in. Slowing it down, St. Joe's forces a turnover. Into the neutral zone, he's got a man. Some beautiful moves here. It's going to be Carter Schulfeis who clears it down and in. Stephen Delaney to chase. Now from the left side. Slowing it down, DeMatha with a takeaway. And back in the neutral zone. They have the numbers again. Back onto a 3-on-3. No more numbers for them. As they keep it down and in. Great cross on the net. Puck is loose behind the net now. DeMatha trying to set something up here. Back behind the net again with 4:40 remaining in the first period. Puck is almost out of the zone. Not able to get out of the zone. Now it will be out of the zone. It's going to be Stephen Delaney trying to turn on the Jets. He's able to. And he keeps the puck but loses it. Kicks off the left side. Cleared all the way down. Huge hit on the boards. Now to the right, into the neutral zone. It's going to be DeMatha. Offsides is called with 4:16 left in the first period. From the right neutral zone, closest to Nathan Carr. Won by St. Joe's. As they give it right away to DeMatha inside their own offensive zone. It's going to be DeMatha slowing it down behind the net. Out in front, and he misses on the opportunity. Shot right off that miss. Joe's takes it in the neutral zone. The pass by Felon goes all the way to Ty Byrne. Byrne clears it down and in. It's going to be Shahady. Shahady back on the birds for Felon. Felon on the boards, back for Shahady. Fires it on net. It's blocked in front, and now taken away by DeMatha with 3:30 remaining. In the first period, DeMatha takes it down and in from the left side. Slows it down, a huge hit on the boards, laid out by St. Joe's. A cross check by DeMatha. Puck is still in the corner. Now Felon has it. Given away to DeMatha in the right side. Looking for a man out in front. Tough bounce, and it goes off the boards. Ty Byrne keeps it in his own zone with almost 3 minutes left to play in the first period. Trailing one is St. Joe's. Byrne takes it himself from the right. Cuts through the D. Ty Byrne, another nice move. Takes it down and in. He's got no help right now. Has now given up in the neutral zone. DeMatha, takeaway by Captain Borman. 2:40 to play in the first period here. Now it's going to be an opportunity for Dietz. Dietz gives it away to DeMatha. DeMatha from the left side. All the way to the right. DeMatha slows it down. Toe drag, fires, and held on to by Nathan Carr. .235 left to play in this first period from the right side of Carr. It will be Borman to take the face-off after Shahady got sent out. Face-off won by St. Joe's as a humongous hit laid on Borman. As Wilson is contested on the right side. 2:30 remains in the period. Trying to go through. He's got a man. It's going to be St. Joe's now. From the right, it's going to be Wilson. To the slot, fired, and it's blocked. Wilson lays a huge hit. Mumford back in front, and Johnson's on it. From the left side of Johnson, face-off upcoming. 2:12 remains in the first here from Contira, Maryland. It will be Ryan Curry, the alternate captain on the face-off, wins it. Back for Zorn. Zorn off the face-off for the top slot. It's saved. Kicks off the post and out. Cole Zorn with a great chance there. Mumford throws it in deep, and Johnson's on it. I did think the puck went in for Zoran's shot, but I guess it went off the post. As with 1:58 remaining in the first, St. Joe's trails 1. Under 2 minutes to play in the first period. From the right side, Curry on the faceoff. Won by Curry, but taken away by DeMatha and out of the zone. Doesn't have enough. Icing's waved off. Borman. Back for Curry. Out of the zone into the neutral zone. They clear it down and in. It's going to be Borman. Borman out for Zoran on the right boards. Blocked now. It's going to be Curry. Curry goes long. He's got Wilson. Wilson from the right. And it goes off the post. Now cleared up top. It's going to be offsides after Camden fires it. And it hits Krieger in the Delaney zone. I mean, sorry, not Delaney. DeMatha zone. From center ice, 1-0 DeMatha leads. 1:22 remains in the first. Won by DeMatha off the faceoff. On the right side, they fired on net, saved by Nathan Carr and held on to. From the right side of Carr now. Won by DeMatha. Kept in, cleared all the way down to the right boards. DeMatha plays it behind the net. Back now, almost a minute left to play. Now a minute left to play in the first period. Here comes Shahady from the left, fires on net. Stick saved by Johnson and kicks off. Cleared all the way down low. It's going to be Felon looking. Can't find a man or pass it in front. Felon trying to keep, not able to. Shahady playing it deep, 45 seconds. Shahady gets annihilated on the boards by one of DeMatha's players. The puck's cleared out into the neutral zone. Camden off a DeMatha player and out. .34 seconds left to play in the first period. From center ice, it will be Shahady to take it. There's some movement. Some talking between the two players. .33.5 to go now. Face off won by DeMatha. Taken away by Felon. It's going to be St. Joe's from the right. Has a man, can't find Ty Byrne. Byrne on the left wing circle up top for Camden. Blocked in front by a DeMatha defenseman. With 18 seconds left now. It's going to be Camden taking it right down and in from the right. Slowed down. Camden on the right boards looking. Shahady fires. It's up and out with 8.6 remaining in the first. From the right side of Johnson. Curry on the faceoff. One out. Camden fires. Blocked in front. Camden keeps. Camden fires again. It's blocked again with 2 seconds remaining in the period. And there's some whistle and shoving after the horn. First intermission's about to begin. Who's going to get the penalty? Camden comes out of the penalty box as DeMatha leads 1-0 with a middle to late goal in the first period, as the story of the season so far, Mount St. Joe's trails. The referees are speaking about what the decision will be if they make it a power play for DeMatha, or they just keep it how it is on 5-on-5. I think they're going to give a penalty. Now, they will be giving a penalty to Jackson Camden. And DeMatha will start on the power play. Their first chance of the night. Power play for DeMatha to start this one. From center ice, the second period of play is about to be underway. From Conterra, Maryland, Curry on the faceoff, and the power play begins for DeMatha. The Stags' first power play of the night, as the puck's cleared all the way down the boards to the left side of Carr. Cleared back behind the net of Carr again. Slowed down to the right side, up to the top point from the right wing circle, back to the left wing circle. It's 10 for DeMatha, backdoor, one-timer! They score on the power play. 2-0 DeMatha. Only 20 seconds into the second period of play. Jackson Camden's penalty leads to a power play goal for DeMatha. What a goal. Backdoor. And now Mount St. Joe's needs a miraculous comeback. They do have 30 minutes to do it theoretically. Or 29 minutes and 40 seconds. They need two. Face off, one by DeMatha, cleared all the way back down to St. Joe's zone. It's Mumford. Goes to the slot, tipped by Zorin. And all the way down, it's Zorin and Krieger. Back to the left. It's going to be Byrne, taken away, and the Stags have numbers. A 3-on-2, tipped off the skate and cleared down. Mumford to play the puck behind his own net. Back for Zorin, who chips it into the neutral zone. With 14:10 remaining in the second period. After DeMatha scores just 20 seconds in the period, turnover to the left wing side, fires, saved by Johnson. It was a great chance for Cole Zorin again. From the left side. Of Johnson. This team lost by 2 to Spalding, so off the face-off, it's won by St. Joe's. Puck is still loose in their zone. It's Curry playing it on the boards. As now Shahady lays a hit, kept in by Camden. Almost a turnover. They grab it in the slot. The cross. Shahady saved by Johnson. Shahady had a great chance there to open up the scoring for Mount St. Joe's. They're going to keep it in the zone again. It's Camden on the boards, peering it down and in. Slowing it from the left. Behind the net, out in front. One-timer missed. Puck is still loose. Back to the left corner. Shahady to play it. Now it's going to be taken away by Carter Schultes and cleared all the way to the net of Carr. Icing's called. Now will be Powell, Wilson, and Dietz on from the left side. Mumford to the bench. Here comes Powell, Dietz, and Wilson from the left side of Johnson. One by DeMatha. Dietz goes to chase, not able to land. Now in the neutral zone, DeMatha to play it. Given away. Here comes DeMatha from the left. fires, saved by Carr, puck is loose, and it's out for Dietz. Dietz needs to get in the neutral zone. He's able to with a cross to Powell, who clears it down and in. Wilson chasing, Wilson scoring last game, now taken. Powell fires off the crossbar and out as a goose egg still to show after Powell goes off the crossbar. What a chance. From the left side, it will be Powell to take it again. From the left side of Johnson, Powell on the faceoff, wins it. Up top for Borman. Borman back for Wilson. Wilson clears it back behind the net for Powell. Powell looks for a man out in front, not able to land. He goes to Wilson. Wilson up top, Borman. One-timer, blocked by DeMatha, and then it'll turn into an offensive opportunity from the right side. DeMatha slows it down to the slot, fires. Oh, it goes off the post. Now behind the net, Wilson plays it. Clears it on the boards. Out and around. Fired on net, taken away by St. Joe's. It's going to be Powell. Back for Dietz, who clears it down and in. Lines changing and regrouping for Mount St. Joe's. Cleared on the right side. It's going to be Shahady contesting. Another back pass. Shahady contests again on the right boards as DeMatha will keep it in from the right side of Carr. Behind the net. And the net came unlodged with 11:58 remaining in the second. From the left side of Carr. Won by St. Joe's. Mumford plays behind his own net. Backing out, slowing it down. It's going to be Shahady clearing it all the way out and around on the boards. A race for it. It's going to be Ty Byrne from the right. Byrne goes behind the Shahady, out in front, almost out of man. Mumford, top game, fires, and Johnson's on it. A great chance for St. Joe's as they are knocking on the door. He keeps shooting, one has to go in. As from the left of Johnson, Shahady, Byrne, and Phelan on the faceoff. Or Shahady on the faceoff. On the offense, I meant. Shahady with the faceoff win. Off the faceoff, tipped, saved by the glove of Johnson again. I mean, he's coming off of a 13-save shutout his last game from the Hoosier Cup. From the left side of Johnson, won by DeMatha. And DeMatha slowing it down on the boards. Taken away by Phelan. Phelan tipped on net. Puck is loose. It's Ty Byrne with an opportunity backdoor, but didn't get it off the stick. Back to Byrne behind the net, and DeMatha takes possession again with 11:15 remaining. Huge hit on the boards as the puck's given away. Jackson Camden. Camden from the left, cleared all the way down and in. Behind the net, Ty Byrne contests. Byrne, a race for it. Now it's going to be behind the net. Shahady out in front. Opportunity backdoor. They score! It's Ty Byrne getting the day started for the Gails. The alternate captain, Ty Byrne, gets the day started. Trailing one with 10:54 remaining in the second. Some life in these Gails. From center ice, it will be face-off won by DeMatha, taken right away by St. Joe's. From the neutral zone, here comes St. Joe's on a rush from the right side. Slowing it down, fired on it, it's blocked. Still there, fires it again, puck is loose, and DeMatha grabs possession. It was Jackson Krieger on the initial shot from the left side. Fired, what a save by Nathan Carr. From the left side of Carr, trailing one is St. Joe's. Face-off won by the Gails. As still on the boards. DeMatha grabs possession. Taken away back by St. Joe's. Given right back to DeMatha. Fired on it. Tipped. Goes wide right. Now on the right side for the top point. Fire on that. Blocked in front. And now St. Joe's is going to have the numbers. Slowing it down. He goes over to Krieger. Krieger from the right slows it down. Blocked pass in the neutral zone. Well, not in the neutral zone, from the blue line. As St. Joe's another opportunity for the left. Slowing it down. Walks in behind the net. Trying to find a man out in front. Not able to. To the blue line. Curry. Down low for Cole Zorin. Zorin, a one-touch. Over now. Huge opportunity. It's Krieger. Tipped and goes wide. Curry behind the net. Zorin and Curry both chasing. Krieger in front. It goes wide. And the net comes unlodged. Oh. Curry would have had a chance back door with 9:36 remaining in the second. As St. Joe's turning this into a fight. Now from the right side, it's Shahady in the one line. Schultes, Shahady, and Delaney face off. One up top. Mumford fires on net. Blocked by a DeMatha player. And now DeMatha. Great defensive stop by Jackson Camden. Slowing it down. It's going to be Delaney. The Tri-City travel team player. Now from the left side, it's going to be DeMatha clearing it down and in. Mumford behind his own net. Back for Delaney. Delaney looking on the boards for Shahady, not able to. Delaney, one touch for Schultes, it won't land. Schultes with great contention. It's going to be St. Joe's. No penalty called. A 3-on-2. The cross almost had Schultes' stick. Cleared all the way down and in. Shahady on the right boards. Slowing it down. Now it's going to be DeMatha. Blocked in front. Schultes. Cleared down and in. Kept on the right boards. Penalties being called. And a slashing call on DeMatha. Mount St. Joe's first power play opportunity of the game to maybe tie it at 2. From the right of Johnson, it will be the power play line of Curry, Zorn, Camden, Borman, and Krieger. From the right, Curry wins the faceoff. Back up top for Borman. Borman from the blue line, slows it back down for Camden. Camden on the boards, back for Borman. Borman keeps it in. Borman from the blue line, slows it down, cuts to the slot. Now it's going to be Camden. Camden, top key, slows it down, back for Borman on the left side. Back for Camden. Camden fires, tipped by escape, puck is loose, and taken away by DeMatha, and cleared. Huge hit on the boards by a St. Joe's player. Behind the net, slowing it down, it's the captain, Borman. 1:20 remains on this power play for St. Joe's, looking to tie the game at 2. As playing in the bottom right corner, it's Zorin. Zorin behind the net for Curry, and it's out of the zone. A minute left on this first power play opportunity of the night. It will be Jackson Camden. From the right side, walks it right down and in. Camden trying to turn nothing into something. On the boards, gives it away to DeMatha. No, they don't. Slows it down up top from the blue line. Back in, left wing circle, fires, blocked in front, puck is loose. And DeMatha will clear in the neutral zone. Borman, 40 seconds remain in this, on this man advantage. Out for Curry. Curry to Borman. Borman. 7 minutes remain in the period, 30 seconds remain on the power play. It's Curry from the right. Up top for Camden. Camden contests on the boards. Camden, Curry, Camden on the right boards and out of the zone. It's going to be a shorthanded chance from the left. Slows it down. Great block by Borman. with 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Here comes Delaney. Delaney from the slot, fires, whiffs on his shot. As the puck's out of the zone, and the power play will come to an end. 0 for 1 on the day. Out to the slot, Ty Byrne, the first goal scorer in this one. Back down and into the right. Contesting is Powell. Is on the left boards. It's cleared in the neutral zone with 6:20 remaining in the second period of play. This Chase Sanchez. Back for Ty Byrne with a nice deke. Byrne trying to make the numbers happen. He will. From the right, Byrne's deke gets blocked, and here comes DeMatha. DeMatha from the left to the slot. Slows it down. From the right side, the cross! Backdoor! Oh! Nathan Carr says no! What a save! Post to post, looking like Henrik Lundqvist out here. What just happened? Nathan Carr with the glove keeps the game within 1. From the left, after the net comes unlodged, with 5:57 remaining in the second period of play. Face-off won by DeMatha, taken right away by... Oh, and a penalty on DeMatha. Again, it will be a power play for St. Joe's. Their second of the night coming up. Looking to give a gift to their goaltender after he saves them from being down 2. On the penalty, it was Jack Kelly. From the left side, it will be Delaney, Byrne, Powell, Mumford, and well, actually looks like Powell as Powell, Sanchez, Shahady, Delaney from the left. Off the face-off, it's blocked. Onto the boards to the left. Back for Powell. Powell, now Byrne. Byrne clears it back down and in. DeMatha keeps the puck and clears it on the boards and out. Down and in, Sanchez chases. It's going to be Shahady with it. Shahady gives it away. As now Powell. I don't know what St. Joe's is doing, making Nathan Carr need a save. Short-handed chances left and right. Another save by Carr. Shahady. They can't get it out. Now Byrne. Byrne. There's a minute left on their power play. It will be Powell. Mishandling it. They don't have a shot on the power play yet. From the right side, it's Sanchez. A minute remains on their power play. Up top for Powell. Powell down low, given away to DeMatha. And DeMatha will clear out of the zone. Offsides is called. 54 seconds left on this power play. No shots for the Gails on it. Trying to bail out their goaltender. Or trying to give a gift to their goaltender, really. From the right neutral zone, closest to Johnson as the puck face-off won by St. Joe's, cleared all the way back down and in. Playing it will be Cole Zorin behind the net. Zorin up top, left wing. Slowing it down, back for Borman. A one-touch. Over to Camden. Borman contests on the boards. It's out of the zone with 30 seconds left on their power play. Carr plays the puck, and he gives it right away. Out in front, it's going to be DeMatha. The chance here, they clear it back down and in. This is a great shorthanded chance for DeMatha with 20 seconds left on the St. Joe's second power play of the night. Camden. Now Zorin in the neutral zone. Power play about to come to an end. Back for Zorin. One touch. Camden back door! Jackson Camden with a blast from the past! We're all tied at 2! Jackson Camden, it's a power play goal!
And Nathan Carr's save goes to use as Camden ties it with just 4 seconds left on the man advantage. From center ice, we're all tied at 2, baby. A face-off win by Powell, and it's going to be Mumford. Mumford back for Dietz. Dietz back for Powell, taken away by DeMatha. Back into the zone, Mumford plays it. Mumford slows it down in the neutral zone. He's going to have Powell, a 2-on-2 for Wilson. Wilson offside. 3:31 remains in this second period of play in what was a goaltender duel and still is, has turned into who can capitalize on the power play more. From the left, neutral zone closest to Johnson. Powell wins the face-off, back for Dietz. Powell takes it right down and in. And now DeMatha with possession with 3:30 remaining in this second period of play. DeMatha behind their own net. It's blocked in front. Almost Dietz with an opportunity back in the neutral zone. DeMatha slows it down from the right side. Borman can't seem to grab it. Puck is still loose. Out in front. And Carr gets a save, but Wilson goes to play another chance out in front. Now Dietz can't even get it out of the zone. Now it's going to be Wilson who finally does get out of the zone. It's Powell trying to turn nothing into something. Powell, left wing circle. Dietz, toe drag out in front, and the opportunity goes wide. To the right side, it's Wilson. Wilson with 2:40 remaining in this period. Dietz contested by Wilson. Wilson keeps out in front for Dietz. It can't land. Now it's going to be Mumford. Mumford out in front again. Backdoor for Wilson as he whiffs. And the net comes unlodged. From the left of Johnson after the net comes unlodged. Face off, won by Mount St. Joe's. Kicked off, fired by Camden, blocked still. Down low again as DeMatha gives it right away. It was Chase Sanchez with it. Sanchez still has it. Sanchez. Down and in. Back for Shahady. Shahady in the neutral zone with Byrne. Shahady goes down the boards, it goes up and out with 2:04 remaining in the second period of play. From the right side of Johnson, face-off won by DeMatha. Byrne contest, blocked in front and almost goes in. As the puck's cleared into the neutral zone. Numbers for DeMatha, now 3-on-3 from the right side. Building, saved by Carr, loose, and Carr is on it with another save on the rebounder. Big pushing and shoving after the play. Whistles are blown. Will a penalty be called? And it will be a 4-on-4. As it was Shahady and Dormant going at it. 4-on-4 roughing going to both with 1:44 remaining in this period. Maybe not a 4-on-4. No, they're not going to give a 4-on-4. It's going to be a 5-on-5. From the left side of Carr. As they just sent them both to the box for roughing to cool down. Face-off won by St. Joe's. It's going to be a great chance here. Cole Zorin gives it right away to DeMatha. 1:30 remains in this period. Cleared all the way down in on the net of Carr. He saves it with a stick and it tips wide. Now Camden mishandles the puck. It's going to be DeMatha with a chance behind the net of Carr, taken right away by Curry. Curry looking to clear it on the boards. It's out of the zone, and an opportunity here. It's going to be Zoran. Zoran slows it down. In front, puck is loose, and it's saved by Johnson. Zoran's cross to Krieger, and a save. With 1:12 remaining in the period. From the right side of Johnson, it will be Curry, Zoran, and Krieger still on. Curry gets called, as now it will be Krieger taking the face-off from the right. One by DeMatha. 1:10 remains in the period. DeMatha clears it down and into the neutral zone, taken away by St. Joe's. It will be Curry from the right, slowing it down. Under a minute to play in the second period. It's cleared down and in. Mumford chasing to get it. Graham Mumford. Here on the boards, give it away to DeMatha. Opportunity in front. Carr with a glove save. Puck is loose, and he has it. And there's some big pushing and shoving as he throws a DeMatha player to the ground. Will a penalty be called? As there's an argument between the teams, and there's an argument inside the box between Shahady and Dormant, as now Krieger's getting in on it too. As it will be a power play for DeMatha. 45 seconds remaining in the period. Looking for the kill is St. Joe's from the left. In the second period, face-off won by St. Joe's. Curry racing for it. Unable to grab it. Humongous hit late in the corner, as now Curry has it. Curry keeps. Curry's going to take it himself in the neutral zone as he clears it all the way down and in. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Now to the left, it's DeMatha. 20 seconds remain in the period. DeMatha widening out from the left. It's number 6, slowing it down. Looks up top and out of the zone with 10 seconds just left. Will they take it to the period, or will they go for one last rush? They give it away to Ryan Curry, throws it on net, saved by Johnson, and the second period comes to an end, all tied at 2. It was Jackson Camden on the power play, tying this game up, as we will be back for the third after this intermission. Welcome back to Contira, Maryland. "15 minutes to play." As they say, you can play an amazing first half of the game, just like the Baltimore Ravens. You can't play only 40 minutes of a hockey game. You need to play all 60. Because that last period's the one period you blow, and you end up losing. After a miraculous 2-goal comeback, Mount St. Joe's will start shorthanded. A kill would be dire. As the referees now take the ice. A minute 15 is what DeMatha has left on their man advantage. Let's see if all the ruckus cooled down with Charlie Dormant and 2 Mount St. Joe's players. For the final time tonight, or for the final time today, the third period of play begins right now. From center ice, shorthanded at St. Joe's, DeMatha, all tied at 2. Face-off lost by the Gails. It's going to be DeMatha trying to start their man advantage in the third period off well. Now to the right side, under a minute to play on their power play. I do think it's their second opportunity or third opportunity of the night. From the left side of Carr, they slow it down. Goes to the right. It's going to be Byrne. Gives it away. Now keeps. Byrne from the right goes behind the net to Camden. Camden to clear, and it's out of the zone. Now from behind his own net, they will slow it down. It's going to be DeMatha with 30 seconds left on their power play. Slowing it down through center ice. Back to the right side. Right wing circle. Playing it deep. Looks for a man out in front and not out of the zone. DeMatha keeps. What a move. Give it away and out of the zone. With 17 seconds left on the power play. Time is ticking. 10, 9, give it away, almost a short-handed opportunity. 7-6, 5 left on it. One last rush for the Stags from the right power play comes to an end, and we got 5-on-5 hockey in the third period, all tied at 2, 13:40 remains. It's the Stags and the Gails from the left boards. It's being held on to it. Back up top for defender, cleared all the way down low behind the net of Carr. To the right, it's going to be Borman. Borman looks to the neutral zone as Felon gives it away. Borman still in the neutral zone. Back up for Mumford. Mumford tipped him down and in as it's given away in the neutral zone. Mishandled. That could have been dangerous. Powell. Back out for Sanchez. Sanchez goes to Felon. Felon a one-touch. Oh, and they almost had a great chance. Felon giving away 13 minutes left in the third period of play. Oh, give it away. Puck's loose, and it's kicked off to the right. That could have been a hold, but no call was given. 12:40 remains. It's cleared out into the neutral zone. Back for Powell. Poke checked in back by DeMatha. DeMatha from the right, slows it down, fires wide. Here comes the Gails. A 2-on-2, building, back for, fired, saved by Johnson. On the shot was Krieger from the right, slowing it down. It will be contestant Jeff Wilson on the boards. 12:20 remains. in the third period of play. Puck is out. It's going to be DeMatha from behind their own net. Cleared back and around. Contention. There's a race for it. It's going to be kept out of the zone. Mumford chases. 12 minutes remain in regulation. Mumford. Back down and in. Wilson one touches it. Goes all the way back down and in. Playing it is Dietz. Dietz from the right side of Johnson on the boards. Up top for Camden. Camden fires on net. Tipped and goes wide. Another chance now. Dietz fired on net. Oh, what a save by Johnson. Back out in front, and it's out of the zone now with 11:30 left in this third period. Camden slows it down so Mount St. Joe's can regroup. Camden almost gives it away. Back for Camden. Camden in the neutral zone. He's got Cole Zorin. Zorin from the left. Trying to find a man. Zorin keeps the slot. Saved. Oh, it kicks off. It's back out for Powell. Up top, Barton fires. Tipped and goes wide. Now Mumford. Mumford down low. Slows it down on the boards. Mumford tipped. Oh, it goes wide right. And it's out of the zone. Icing's waved off. Mumford chases with 10:50 remaining in the third. Out for Curry. Curry goes for Zorin. Zorin to the right, slowing it down. What a move! As now Krieger, as the puck is all the way down, and icing will be called with 10:30 remaining in the third. From the right side of Johnson upcoming. 10:39 remains in the third. Shahady on the faceoff. As a DeMatha player throws one of a St. Joe's player's stick. From the right side of Johnson, Shahady on the faceoff. One by Shahady. Kept in by St. Joe's, now given away to DeMatha. DeMatha cleared down and in by Shahady, and it's out of play actually. $10:30 is what they have left. From the left neutral zone closest to Johnson. Both teams getting loud. It's actually from the center ice. Shahady on the face-off, one by St. Joe's. Tipped back to the defenders. Now it's going to be Byrne. Byrne clears it all the way down and in. Icing will be called. From the left side of Carr. Charlie Dormant on the face-off against Shahady. One by Shahady. Back out for Torbert. Cleared back down and in at Shahady. Shahady in his own zone. Goes for Fallon on the boards. Fallon gives it away. It's Dormant. Dormant back for Borman after a takeaway and cleared out of the zone in the neutral zone. St. Joe's gets it. Shahady can't see the chance. Kicked off to the right. It's Byrne. Byrne looking for Fallon. Fallon now for the right side. Giving away to... Oh, out in front. It's going to be a chance. Puck is loose. Net scramble. And Johnson. Puck is loose and he's on it. Outstanding chances for the Gails. Under 10 minutes to play in the third period. You know what that means. It's crunch time from the right side of Johnson. Face-off lost by Powell. Now it's going to be DeMatha. Given away to St. Joe's. Here comes a chance for Carter Schultes. Schultes from the right. Slows down, fired on net, saved by Johnson, and held on to with 9:30 remaining in the third. From the right side of Johnson, it will be Curry, Zorin, and Krieger. Curry wins it. Zorin off the face-off. Can't seem to get the shot off. Here comes DeMatha. From the left, clears it all the way down and in. It's going to be played by Curry. Curry out. Can't get out of the zone. Puck is blocked on the boards. DeMatha has two men there. From the left, out in front. Chance. Puck is loose. Fires. Tipped and blocked. Puck is still down. Curry plays it. Now it's back for as the net comes unlodged. From the left side of Carr. Curry on the faceoff. One by DeMatha, taken away by St. Joe's. It's going to be Cole Zorin. Zorin trying to keep a back pass for Curry, and Zorin's offsides. From the left neutral zone closest to Johnson. One is Camden, fires it off the faceoff and saved by Johnson. It's back and all the way out. Icing is called. 8:44 is what they have left in the third. From the left side of Johnson. Curry loses the face-off. It's DeMatha. Goes into the neutral zone. They're going to have a chance here. DeMatha from the right, slowing it down. Puck is given back to DeMatha in the offensive zone. Here comes Cole Zorin from the right. Down and in. Zorin slows it down. Looking out in front. Oh, what a save by Johnson. Still out in front. It's going to be Powell slowing it down. The cross won't go. No one there. Nice play as it's finally out. Oh, Jackson Powell with a game-leading chance. Borman to the neutral zone. He's got Dietz. Dietz out for Zorin. Zorin, back pass for Curry. Curry, left wing circle, on net. Puck is loose, and it's saved by Johnson. Under 8 minutes to play. As it'll be Curry with Wilson, Borman, Torbert. From the left of Johnson. Face off one. It's cleared all the way down and in. Icing is called. From the left side of Johnson. Puck is cleared on the boards. Borman keeps it down and in. Great play by Borman. Back out for Dietz. Dietz on the right, slowed it down. It's DeMatha playing it. Dietz on the board, contested. Out in front, Jeff Wilson slows it down, playing it behind the net. Wilson contested out in front. It was Powell again. He can't bury. Puck is loose now. It's going to be cleared all the way. Humongous hit. Lay on the boards, and Dietz is injured. Dietz is hurt. Puck is down. Will they call a stoppage? He's skating off the ice as in the neutral zone. 7 minutes is what they have left to play here in Contira, Maryland. Wilson, contested by Byrne. Now it's DeMatha with the puck in the neutral zone. Off the bench, as the puck is cleared, as it's out of the zone with 6:41 remaining in the third. Felon, Shahady, and Burn-On from the left neutral zone closest to Johnson. One by DeMatha. Felon tries to take it, unable to. Shahady can't clear it down and in. Still on the near boards. It's Felon contesting. It's going to be Burn. Oh, and he mishandles the puck, given away to DeMatha. DeMatha out of the zone. A race for it. It's Camden. Now it's Burn on the boards. Ty Burn gives it away. Puck is cleared. Icing's waved off with 6 minutes to play in this third period. DeMatha trying to turn nothing into something. Turnover here. It's going to be Burn. Out. He's got a man. Shahady fires. Save. Puck is loose. His rebounder will go wide. Felon. Nice hit there as it's officially 6 minutes left to play. Shahady racing for it to the left side. Shahady. As they give it away, it's going to be DeMatha. DeMatha slowing it down from the right side. Walks in. Backhand shot put away by Carr. Now it's going to be Jackson Camden. Camden has cleared down and in with 5:30 remaining. Into the DeMatha zone. From the neutral zone, cleared all the way down and in. Icing's waved off. A race for it as Carr's got to get back in the net. Borman contests. It's Camden who has it. Looking long. Icing's called. 5:18 remains in the third. From the right of Carr. One by Mount St. Joe's. It's going to be Borman. Borman. Top blue line. Save. Puck is loose. Carr. Oh, it's put away. Puck is still there. Behind the net. It's going to be DeMatha. Give it away to St. Joe's. And here comes the Gails. Cole Zorin. Back for Curry. Clear down and in for the right. Curry racing to get there. Out for Zorin. Oh, and it gets blocked in front. Under 5 minutes to play in this one. Cleared down and in. It's Mumford to play it. As Carr kicks it off to Borman. Zorin. Back for Curry. Curry again from the right. Curry slows it down. Throws it up top. Mumford. Blue line. Fires. Tipped. Blocked. Another turnaround chance. Oh, it goes wide. 4:30 is what they have left. Into the neutral zone. Cleared all the way back down and in. Lines changing for St. Joe's. Trying to turn something here for DeMatha. Contention from the Gails. 4 minutes is what they have left to play. And the puck's tipped up and out. From center ice, Delaney loses the faceoff. Powell was on the faceoff on the right side. Whoa! It's Nathan Carr flashing the leather with 3:56 remaining in regulation. From the right side at Carr. Powell wins the face-off. It goes almost onto the net of Carr. Camden to play it. Back on the boards, Delaney. Delaney back for Powell. Powell gets hit. Now Delaney trying to keep, not able to. Puck's out of the zone. Huge hit. And now from the right. Cleared all the way down on net and a glove save by Johnson. .336 is what they have left. From the right side, Shahady with Felon and Burn. Shahady wins the face-off, given away to DeMatha. DeMatha takes it in the neutral zone. 3:30 is what they have left to play in regulation. DeMatha gonna have a chance here from the right, fires it as the cross won't go. Held on the boards behind Nathan Carr. It's still there. Now it's finally, nope, still there. Still held on the boards. 3:14 remains. Puck's finally out, and it's St. Joe's puck. Back out to DeMatha, fired on net, glove save by Nathan Carr. 3:06 is left on the clock. From the left side of Carr, it will be Shahady on the face-off again. Won by St. Joe's, Shahady. Onto the boards for Felon. Felon in the neutral zone, he's got a man, it's Byrne. Byrne widening out to the right, gives it away, Byrne keeps now. To the right, tip down low, Felon. Felon, under 3 minutes to play in regulation. Now it's gonna be DeMatha. Slowing it down, DeMatha. On the boards. Shahady contests, 2:30 remains. They're holding the puck behind the net. Byrne will wait. Looking for the pass in the neutral zone, tipped. Icing's waved off. Borman takes it himself. Borman gives it away. Humongous reverse hit, fired in front. What a save by Carr. Can Byrne turn around? It will not. It's out of the zone with 2:13 remaining. Now it's Felon. Passing it coast to coast, tip down and in. Borman racing for it. Borman up top on the boards, reverse hit. Puck is still in the left far boards. Shahady contests. Borman, 1:50 remains. It's out of the zone, and icing will be called. Wait a minute. The whistle's blown after. Oh, and he's going after some more players. He shoved 2 players in a row. Surprised there's no penalty call. 1:50 left in regulation from the left side of Nathan Carr. Curry on the face-off from the left. Wins it. St. Joe's trying to get it out. Is now taken away by DeMatha. On net, what a save by the Padasaw of Carr, not Sar, into the neutral zone. To the right, it's Zorin. Zorin, no, it's not Zorin. Krieger's shot is saved by Johnson with 1:33 remaining in regulation. From the right side, it will be Zorin, Curry, and Krieger. From the right. Actually, it's Curry. On the face-off, 1. Borman can't keep it in. 1:30. As back for Borman. Borman. Zorin clears it down and in. Now it's going to be contested by Krieger. Curry on the boards. Up top for Borman. Borman chases. And now it's going to be DeMatha. DeMatha to the right side. Blocker saved by Carr. DeMatha almost under a minute to play. And now under a minute. Fired on net, blocked by a defender. It was Curry on the block. Another fires. Another block. And they're looking long. He's going to have a man. It's Jackson Camden all alone. Scores! You better call the bank because the leading goal has been cashed. Jackson Camden with 48 seconds remaining gives the Gails the lead in the third. From down 2-0 to up 3-2 with under a minute to play, we got a whole new game. DeMatha is is silent. Camden scoring his second of the night. As a timeout has been called with 48.5 remaining. Will they go empty net? You gotta think they may. Or are they gonna start with the goalie? Let's see. They will start with the goaltender. 48.5 is what they have left. The Gails trying to hold through. From center ice. Won by Mount St. Joe's. Cleared all the way down and in. As a race forward is Shahidi. 40 seconds remain. Now slowing it down. And empty net for DeMatha. They clear it down and in. After the empty net, Curry plays it. Camden! Oh, it's blocked on the blue line. DeMatha keeps it in, trying to tie the game. Kept in. What a move. DeMatha fires on net. Tip saved by Carr. 12 seconds. It's out of the zone. And cleared. This one is over. The Gails prevail. The final 3-2. From Contira, Maryland, Mount St. Joe's pulls off the comeback of the year. From down 2-0 to up 3-2, the final from Contira, Maryland, Mount St. Joe's 3, DeMatha 2. The 3 stars of the game. Third star will be Ty Byrne, scoring the first goal of the game. Then on the power play, it was Jackson Camden with just 4 seconds remaining on their man advantage, burying a one-timer beauty to tie the game. But the second star of the game has to be goaltender Nathan Carr, coming in clutch when they needed it most. And your first star will be Jackson Camden, burying 2 of the 3 goals and prevailing Mount St. Joe's over DeMatha. I'm your lead broadcaster, Aviv Glazer.